We're talking about kids. We're talking about taking care of the kids you have and fear
Mm-hmm.
that gay people will overrun our community and population, therefore we won't exist anymore, I guess. I don't know. Um,
Yeah, I think it's just ridiculous. And my thought when I think about that is, what if women stop wanting to have kids? Because
well, women are targeted all the time for having kids too.
exactly,
So
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
not
saying.
pretend that
And
that's
and
not
look,
real.
they don't gotta turn our kids gay when they can make the men hate the women. All right, and not respect them, not value them, not treat them like queens. Okay, and y'all know I've been talking about it for years. All right, and there's two sides of that equation. Okay, because men also have a certain form of like toxic masculinity or just oppression that we go through, right? Men have our own form of oppression, and it has to do with our position in the family. Men are not allowed to cry. Men are not allowed to feel things, all right? And how am I, as a man, okay, it doesn't matter what my partner is doing when it comes to the kids. I have my own job when it comes to the kids. How am I, as a man,
Well,
gonna teach them to deal with their emotions if I don't know how to deal with mine? I can't. All right. And I don't know who got kids out there, but see, I listen to my kids, all right? And I listen to the things that they tell me, and I'm very patient with them
you're
because
very patient.
that's what I wanted as a kid, and that's what I needed as a kid,
right.
and that's what I want to give to my kids, all right? Like this spanking thing. People, everyone's like, oh, I turned out fine. I'm not trying to have my kids turn out fine. I'm trying to have my kids turn out great, okay? I'm trying to have my kids turn out magnificent in this motherfucker, man. And somebody really told me, I ain't gonna get into who, but somebody really said about my kid that talking about feelings was a white thing to do. I'm like, nigga, you know what's white? Christianity.
Oh,
You know why? Because they put it on us during slavery.
you,
That is not our original spiritual belief.
you know what else is like that?
What else?
Oppression.
Oppression.
And that's something that, now this was crazy to me, but the concept that I don't own my children,
Mm-hmm.
the concept that as a parent you don't own a kid,
Mm.
it's hard. I
Yeah.
mean, it's hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been in classrooms, I'm helped raising your children. I'm like, children, do what I say.
That's true.
Come on. If you're not doing it, I'm on your ass.
That's true.
Like, you should obey me.
She's almost like that with those too. But she's still nice and good intention with it, okay? But she be like, oh.
But specifically with kids, so I had to realize, like, particularly with the children that he has brought into my life. Okay, they're a particular type of person,
Mm-hmm.
right? The genes is strong,
Really
but they're
is.
also two different kids.
True.
Right? So it's like I have this operating belief that I do and that's how I am, but the reality is we have to be able to respond to what is really in front of us and who is really in front of us, and they're both two different people.
Mm-hmm.
He used to spank the little one all the time. And at some point I said, this is wrong. I said, you shouldn't do that anymore. And he said,
Okay.
you right, and I'm gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
And that has changed I mean, now the baby can say things about what he thinks about spanking and all of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was learning, oh, I deserve this. Like, we really was like, what do you think when you get spanked? You know, we had a talk. The baby's only 4. The talk happened when he was 2. But the baby was able to say, like, oh, I'm supposed to get hit. Like he started to believe what was happening and what he was experiencing because of what we were doing. Well, and now, 2 years later, he's like, don't spank me, please tell this other person not to spank me, or just so you know, when I was over here, they spanked me. And trying to tell other family members, like, don't hit our child. Some of them is like, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't do that, and we also had to grow and stretch and be creative and responsive to how we do things in our home and how to set the child up for success.
Facts.
And that is on us. It shouldn't be his problem.
Exactly. It's not, and it's not his problem.
But if we beating him, it's gonna be his problem.
exactly
his own set of
for
problems,
not listening or whatever.
and that's wrong. That's not right.
And it's not gonna help him. Me spanking him did not work. Okay,
cater to your kids.
It did not do what I wanted to do, because sometimes I was spanking because he would get up in the middle of the night and just be up doing all kind of crazy things, and I'm just like, bro, can't sleep. And see, I did my own research, okay, on the issue, and the fact that he can't sleep has nothing to do with whether he gets spanked or not. Has nothing. It has all to do with the fact that he either didn't get enough sleep, so now his brain is loopy, so now it's hard for him to sleep, or he didn't get enough playtime, so his brain is not sufficiently tired, right? And I can spank him to force him to go to sleep, right? And I can also not spank him and make sure that he gets his proper nap during the day, and also make sure that he gets his proper amount of play during the day. And by the time he get ready for bed, I done read to him, I didn't brush his teeth, I done all this stuff. Did his affirmations, okay? He tired. And I do those things because he needs those things and because he benefits from those things. But I also do those things, right, to have him use his faculties to their fullest capacity. One thing that I used to say is, if you want a kid to go to sleep, teach him. All right. Think about when you up late at night. Some of y'all still read books, okay? When you reading books late at night and you didn't took in a certain amount of information,
that's it.
Your brain is gonna shut off. Your brain is gonna GG's. Okay. Kids are the same way. So taking time out to teach them and to learn with them and to do things with them and to allow their brains to grow, that's much more effective than just trying to force them to do what I want them to do. And because of that, my son and I have a better relationship. And because of that, my daughter and I have a better relationship. She feels like she can tell me things. She feels like she can talk to me. She can be honest with me, even if I might not like what she's saying. All right. Or even if I might not like what he's saying. My son talks to me about topics that he can't talk to his mom about. And he feels a kind of way about that. And he can't even tell her that. Okay. But we worried about whether our children are gay or not.